Hey, this is Jeremy from Hardcore Game Collectors. I haven't done a video in a long time. I've had a whole lot of pickups. Usually try to do old to new, but today, since I've got quite a bit, I'm just gonna go random. So I'm very fortunate enough today to do my video on a Galaga cocktail arcade cabinet. And I've been looking for one of these for a long time. Finally got a hold of one. I'm gonna start off with regular Nintendo. I've really been trying to beef up my NES collection. Over 200 now. So I'll just start. See what all I've got. I got Mickey's Safari in Letterland. I used to play it as a kid. Beat it. Got Bump and Jump and Cabal. Adventures of Lolo 3, King's Knight, which is actually a Square game. I put it in and played it for a little bit. It's not terrible. Oh, the name is really weird on this one. Scheherazade, I think. Got Rampart, Adventures of Lolo 1. I know I've got 2 in here somewhere. Golgo 13, Pac-Mania, got Fox's Peter Pan and the Pirate, Jurassic Park. I told you I have a bunch of them this time. Alpha Mission, Pinball Quest. Oh, and here's a rare one. I actually picked up Bucky O'Hare, which is really fun. I played through all of it too. It's kind of a hidden gem. If you get a hold of it, I highly suggest it. Jeopardy, Adventures of Lolo 2, Wayne Gretzky Hockey, which interesting tidbit about that. This is actually made by Bethesda. So, Wayne Gretzky Hockey. Then Skyrim. I think they did Skyrim. Another hard one to find. Die Hard. And I got the book. City Connection. Never really thought that was all that fun. Orb 3D. Time Lord. And Battletoads. I've played Battletoads probably at least 4 times a week since I bought this, and I can get really far. I'm not ashamed of how far I can get, but I really want to beat it. Oh, let's see how much noise I can make here. Alright, got Gilligan's Island. Adventures of Rad Gravity, which the artwork on this game just looks fantastic. It's got to be a great game. Same with Lode Runner. Lode Runner looks like it's going to be a good one. Got another Jeopardy game. Solar Jetman, which who knows if that one's any good. And Ghostbusters 2. It's got to be better than the first one. Kind of reluctant to say that. Alright, SNK Champion Series, Sky Kid, which is really fun to play with a friend, Fisher-Price Perfect Fit. Some of my friends are going to have a hard time playing that one. Road Blasters, American Gladiators, probably a fun party game. Dash Galaxy and the Alien Asylum. That's another one with one of those titles. Like it's got to be a good game. Maniac Mansion, cult classic, but I can't get into it. Heavy Barrel. I swear I'm close to being done with regular Nintendo. After NES, there's not quite as much. There's still a lot to go. Addams Family, Twin Eagle, Conflict. I've been seeing a lot of Vic Takai games. I don't know if that company's really all that great, but one or two of them that I've played have been pretty decent. Ghoul School. I've never heard of that game. It's really bad. Could be worse, I guess. F-15 Eagle Strike. Has a really cool manual with it. Silent Scope, or Silent Service. Played the heck out of this as a kid, and I really liked it, and now I play it and it's like, this is really difficult and hard to understand. How did I like this as a child? Amagon, not very fun. Gyrus, really cool music. Maybe it's Gyrus. Heard it both ways. Oh, last three. Joust, Rocket Ranger, and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Why did I have to leave on that one? Okay, so I might have lied on the NES stuff. I still have some Famicom stuff, so I'm going to count it as NES. Okay, I got Castlevania 3, Gradius 2, Takeshi's Challenge, which is a very interesting game. You actually have to divorce your wife and yell at her through the Famicom controller. I've got Salamander and Dragon Ball Z 3. Alright. See, I got a Game Master Conquering Super Nintendo Games book. There's actually a lot of these Jeff Rovin books, and they're really interesting, and if you get a chance to find them, I think there's like 20 something of them, so there's a lot of them. Interesting reads. Save that stuff for later. Got Star Gladiator for PlayStation 1. The Bombing Islands, PlayStation 1. Time Crisis Raising Storm. It's another GunCon 3 game for PS3. Don't think it's going to be very good, but it comes with Time Crisis 4 and some Dead Storm Pirates, so be worth checking out. I really like GunCon games. Oh, here's another good PlayStation 1 game pickup. Got Lunar 2. Really happy to find that for a decent price. It's pretty rare to find for a decent price, not too rare. I picked up a PlayStation Vita TV the other day. It says $139.99 on it, but actually Walmart is clearancing these out for $30. I think GameStop is too, even online. So if you ever wanted one of these and it's not past the year 2016, you might want to check around. I didn't really want one, but $30, you know. I've got this Wind Waker puzzle. I've actually got every one of these puzzles that have came out so far, and I actually have them hanging in my hallway right now. Every time I make one of these puzzles, I frame it, and they just make for really good decorations. Another PlayStation gun game, Point Blank 3. Got a big box with a gun. That was a cool find. Got the Famicom System, because I didn't already have one. Whenever you go to anime conventions, they usually have a lot more import stuff, and it's it's a great place to find any kind of just obscure stuff you wouldn't find in a normal game store. Here's a lesson for game hunting. The other day, I actually went to a pawn shop, and the guy had like 12 Super Nintendo games, all in the box, and most of them were commons. He wanted $120 for the whole set and a Super Nintendo, which is a great deal, but I didn't need any of those games, and I definitely didn't need another Super Nintendo. However, he had a Turtles in Time box, and I also got a Star Fox box from him, but it's just it's not really worth anything. He originally said he would not split them up. He wanted $120 for the whole set. But I mean, even though they say that, sometimes you want to go on ahead and ask. You don't want to be rude, but like I just straight up said, well, hey man, if you change your mind, I'll give you $40 for just 2 of those games. And he was like, oh, well then, okay, because you know what this is worth. He thinks $40 whenever the whole thing is, he was only getting $120 for it. It's a great deal. And really, $20 at a pawn shop for something like this, I don't feel like I was undercutting him or anything. But, I mean, I kind of was a little, but it was enough to make him happy, you know. Either way, don't give up just because things are packaged together and they don't want to break it up right off the bat. Here's a Super Famicom game. This is Seiken Densetsu 2, which you'll probably know as Secret of Mana. It took me a little while to figure out why this was 2, because it's actually the first game that we got. But it's another one of those deals like Final Fantasy where they got all these different versions and we got different numbered ones. But either way, it's really cool artwork. Very happy to find it. A couple other boxes I got were the Chrono Trigger box. And it's just like, our box was nowhere near this cool. And a Dragon Ball Z box. So, or actually they have the games in them. And I have an adapter that lets me play them, but you can only get so far when you don't know Japanese. This is a cool Sega Saturn pickup, Panzer Dragoon 2. It's not Panzer Dragoon Saga rare, but it is still pretty hard to come by. Got a really nice copy of Overlord in the box. For really cheap. Didn't really need it. We got Mario Super Sluggers. Any Mario game, if it's cheap enough, I'll probably pick it up. I'll pick this up. It's pretty rare that you come across old games like this, but any like old Atari style board game that I come across, it's like I'm gonna get it if it's cheap enough, and that was a real neat find. I actually still play the Pac-Man board game at a lot of parties, so it's pretty fun. Alright. For the Wii U, I picked up Donkey Kong Country Freeze. Played it a little, wasn't really impressed. Kind of like everything I've played for the Wii U so far. Alright, PlayStation 1 big box game, The Raiden Project. Which I believe this is just Raiden 1 and 2. Both really good games though. Got Night Trap for the Sega. It's actually a Sega CD32X, so you have to have all those. So, and Drug Wars for the 3DO. If you can see the back of this box, it's just so ridiculous. It's one of those live action FMV games, and it's got to be terrible. Love to play it. I had some bad luck with my 3DO and my laser, and it's bad. So I gotta do a little repair. Here's a really, really weird controller for the regular Nintendo. Don't know what game would be great to play with it. Maybe Arkanoid. I don't know, but it's kind of like a roller ball, but it's got little clickers in there. So I have no idea what you would use it for, but anytime I see a random NES controller, I usually pick it up. Some more gaming literature. Got a Game Boy comic book. I don't think it's worth anything, but it's in good condition and it's pretty funny read. PlayStation 1, or PlayStation 2, here's a trilogy I've been looking for a while. Shadow Hearts. I've actually gotten all 3 of them now. From the New World and Covenant. It took me a long time to track these down. I refuse to buy anything online unless I absolutely have to, and I finally tracked them down. Picked up this Child of Eden game. I hear it's kind of like Rez, and that game was pretty cool. Okay, so I'm running out of daylight, so I'm going to go ahead and rush through the rest of these so I can get them all done tonight. Let's see. I said I picked up the Vita TV, so here's a couple Vita games I picked up. Got Persona 4 Gold, Gravity Rush, and Uncharted Golden. And here's another PlayStation 3 game I picked up. It's Hatsune Miku. This is the second one. The first one is expensive for no reason. I'd like to have it because it's actually a pretty fun game. Let's see. So many Atari games and ColecoVision. Alright, so I got Blockade Runner, Squish 'em featuring Sam, Frantic Freddy, Cosmic Creeps, War Room, which comes with a special controller pad. For some reason, I feel like if I play this, it's going to set off some nukes in Russia. This is a really interesting cartridge. It's a XONOX double ender cartridge. This is the one that has Ghost Manor and Spike's Peak. There's another one that has Ghost Manor and a Chuck Norris game. I'd love to find it. Picked up Sega's Tapper, Squeeze Box, which looks like a pretty fun game, and Journey Escape. Yes, based on the band. Alright, I'm getting to the big guns now. First off, I actually ended up doing some trading, and I ended up with a golden Taco Bell PlayStation 4. It's got to be rare. I've got the box and everything with it too. I'm actually using it. I don't think it's going to go down in value if I use it since it was already open when I got it. So I think it's just a cool item to have. Any sweepstakes item, it's got to be rare. It's going to be rare in the future, I believe. It's surprisingly not going for as much as some of the limited edition PlayStation 4s, though. As for the PlayStation 4 games I've picked up, Just Dance 2015, Life is Strange, the limited edition, highly suggested. Borderlands Handsome Edition, Handsome Jack Edition. It's really good. It's both, I think it's the second game and the pre-sequel. Transformers Devastation, really cool if you like the old show. Uncharted Collection, and Rocksmith. Rocksmith is really neat. I've actually been kind of learning how to play guitar, and I've gotten way farther than I expected to be able to do thanks to this game. Okay, the next system that I picked up, I really thought I would never have one, and it's literally thanks to just trading and having good contacts and getting in touch with the right people that I came across it. I have acquired a TurboGrafx CD, and I mean it's just I didn't even have a TurboGrafx 16, so this kind of knocks out two off my wish list. TurboGrafx CD it doesn't really have a whole lot of good games, but it's just so neat to find. And that was loud. I've actually got a big carrying case to go with it, and an arcade stick controller. So it came with a lot of bells and whistles. The games I got for it are Galaga 90, Cosmic Fantasy 2, Shadow of the Beast, and the Super System card, which actually allows you to play some of the newer games that came out for the TurboGrafx CD. Well, that wraps it up here. I'm going to possibly do a little bit of a tour of my game room with all the changes I made to it, and talk to you later. Okay, so here's my new setup in the arcade room. Got 3 Hydro Thunders, and they're all linked together. I've got a Dr. Mario on a Play Choice cabinet. And I've still got the Solar Fire and GoldenEye. And at the moment, almost everything is fully functional.
Okay, so here's my latest arcade pickup. I haven't got it working yet, but as soon as I do, I imagine it will be a really cool game. Usually on arcade, like dance games and B-Money games, any rhythm-based game, you want to go with anything 5th mix or higher. So I'm really happy to find a 10th mix.